Mama told her son to turn up, I said okay bet. R.I.P. my grandma, she said one day you up next.
So in the next couple of weeks, if you follow my Insta, then you'll see me post a video I did for a clothing brand where the intro is really similar to something that Gibson Hazard would post. If you don't know who Gibson Hazard is, he's probably the filmmaker who inspired me to first start making videos with a little more effort, a little more thought, extra effort into like the transitions, with the color, with everything. He's the first person who I saw made a video that was really cool. So I thought I'd make a video on a breakdown of how I actually did this effect, and sort of like a Gibson Hazard breakdown effect. But yeah, if you don't know who he is, I'm gonna just put a couple clips here. This guy's insane. And making this video, I don't want to become a clone, and I don't want to see any other clones of Gibson Hazard. This guy is a genius in his own right. I felt like the main takeaway of this video is to incorporate his style into your own work, add your own spin on it, mix it in with your own work too, and then see like other inspirations too. Alright, so basically, as you can see, I've got a bunch of clips that, you know, I'm gonna try and like zoom in and out of. The only thing you really need for these clips is that, you know, have 2 or like 3 seconds of like really good footage that you're gonna be able to use like a freeze frame on, or to just zoom through. The main focus of this is just to have like a couple seconds that you can use as a freeze frame. For the first clip, it's just going to be a basic clip because this is going to start it off, and you're going to want it to look at least like clean. You're going to want everything to be focused how you want it to be. For the next clip, I'm going to be doing a freeze frame first, and then I'm going to like fade it into real footage, and basically all you need to do is just mask. Alright, so I'm just going to rename this to be freeze frame, just organizing everything. Just make sure your freeze frame is before your actual footage. We're just going to want to mask a part of this, like mask a part like that's in the center to fade out from nothing into real footage. It's quite a simple thing to do. I might do like a mask video, or like just how to like rotoscope in future. So if you want that, be sure to like let me know in the comments in it. But all the mask is gonna do is just gonna pan over. So we're gonna fade from nothing into real footage, and that's literally just all we're gonna do. And then after the freeze frame ends, then we're gonna cut into real footage, and it's gonna look really seamless because we're gonna be zooming in and out of footage at high speed, and nobody's gonna notice that it was a freeze frame, to be honest. Well, they might, but most people won't notice that it's a freeze frame. So yeah, just like that, and it fades into real footage. And we're just gonna repeat this, but with a couple variations. So in this one, I have like a moving mask. So I thought that was pretty cool. I haven't really seen that be done too often. And like how you gonna want to do some of these things, you're gonna want to make them like as innovative as possible. Don't cop out and go for the eye. Like everyone always does like the eye transition. Like, I mean, it's cool, like the sunglasses and stuff. Like, I mean, it's cool, but you know, just find different types of footage that you can like move, you can play around with. So yeah, I'm just moving it. All I've done is just made 2 different masks. I just rotated one out of place, and then when it comes back into place, then I snap it into place and I play the footage, and that's literally all I've done. I turn off the top layer, then you can literally see it's literally just a mask. And I turn off the other layer, then look, it's literally just a mask. Yeah, that's just another way that you can variate like this whole transition, and playing around with like freeze frames and masks. And then this one is quite a basic one. All I've done is the same as I did in the first clip. I just found like a triangle or something, or an object, or just a space in the middle of frame, or at least close to the middle of frame as possible. I've just done the same thing I did at the start. I've just made a freeze frame, done a mask on a particular section, and then for this one there wasn't really anything close to like the center of frame, you know, so I had to pick the under the arm in that area. I could have picked there, but you know, I don't know, it wasn't really as good. And you know, just looking around frame, there's not really any other like good places. I mean, there I could have, but there's not really any other good places that I could like zoom in and out of that are like close to frame. And the main thing is like you're gonna want to have like a closed like circle, a closed like object, a closed like triangle, just something that you can like mask fairly easily around, because you're not gonna want to spend like a long time on this. But yeah, that's basically how we're gonna want it to look. And then that's the moving clipboard. and then fades into the last clip. That's just the end goal, what we're gonna try to do. And I'm just gonna break it down. So if you start right at the start, and if I turn off the grade layer, grade layer is basically like an effects layer. So I just added like some effects, coloring, blur, grain, and I think like zoom blur too. You know, I've just added a couple effects, and shake I think I added. I'm just gonna color that too. A point layer is kind of like a null layer. It's like it's like nothing. You just attach footage to this layer, so that when you move the layer, and basically all I've done is, you can see down the side, I've attached all of them to the new point layer, and all I've done is just scale them like one on top of the other. So like as soon as this clip zooms out, I've attached another layer on top of it, so that as soon as that layer is finished zooming out and fades in, so as soon as that other layer before had finished, then the next clip fades out, and I've just put another clip on top of that, and now the same clip is zooming out and the other clip is phased out before it. It's kind of hard to talk about, you kind of just have to do it and just practice with it, but it's a lot of just zooming out and layering, and all I've done is assigned all these different like layers to be on the top layer. That's literally all I've done. And you see how you can see sort of like bits around it, you know, when you switch on the effect layer, it kind of becomes less noticeable because I've added like blur, I've added grain. So that's the goodness with this effect. You know, this looks very basic, but then when you add the blur and the zoom, you know, you can kind of choose what you want to focus on, which is the points that you're zooming in and out of. Before it looks cool before, yeah, but I think just when you add effects on top, you know, it just looks a lot better. It just focuses your attention on the center of frame, which is basically your job as like a director and like an editor. You're meant to basically choose what people see, strategically just choose what's best for people to see. So if you like the video, be sure to leave a comment and a like. Just let me know how you like the video. Yeah, man, I think we're going kind of crazy on the video. You know, the past we've had like a good run of solid videos, I think. So I mean, you might as well subscribe, bro. Road to 100 subs, and after that 1K, bro. We're going crazy this year. I'm posting every week.
Let's go to the moon. I don't wanna fall back, no. Falling